Okay, folks, here I am back in the station, and I'm here to talk about some of the knives I bought this year already. Now, we're going into middle of March. We just passed the first week of March. How about that? So we're 2 months and 1 week into the year, and I've already bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 30, probably 30 some knives. Because of these knives, 5 or 6 of them I've already given away or more. Plus, I'm working on my strongman mustache too. Yeah, I think I'm going to grow this mustache out, and I'm going to get it to where I have a nice little mustache. Why not? Now, I just had an upsetting turn of events with rosecraft blades and the purchase of 3 of their modern style flipping knives. Flipping knives. Effing knives. How about that? I don't think it was an accident. I don't know. I'm not going to order multiple amounts of these knives. I don't want to order another one, to be honest with you. But rosecraft blades, I'm a big fan of their traditional knives designed by Andy Armstrong. I'll tell you that right now. Huge fan. Nothing will ever change that. I actually think they're the best. Now, do I have a Jack Wolf? No, I don't. Do I have a Remington? No, I don't. Am I a big case guy? No, I'm not. Am I even a big Rough Rider guy? Yeah, I like Rough Rider a lot, but I don't have a bunch. If you look at everything I bought this year, they've all been modern flippers. Virtually all of them, except for this Opinel. Awesome knife. $20. I would carry this to hell and back before I'll get caught carrying this thing. Rosecraft Castoria. It's got this wonky, sticky button lock. Wow, it opened. Look, I'm pushing that button lock. First off, the button lock will stick. Second off, when you do that, you're not even getting the button lock shut action. You got to give it a wrist flick on the open. You really do. And to top things all off, they got a gas station made in China sticker that they put on the blade. I don't know what the hell that is. Nobody does that. Nobody. Why? Probably because they're supposed to have it etched in the blade if it's made in China somewhere. Who knows? They don't, so they probably found a loophole that they can just put a little sticker on there. I don't know. You tell me. Please, somebody tell me. But you got to flick your wrist to get this thing to do anything action-wise. Fit and finish, the shield is sunken in, and your finger actually grabs a sharp edge on the G10. I have never been more disturbed by an offering in my life. Now, something that was cool out of the 3 was the skink. They put some thought into it. I'm telling you what, the frames on this are really, really beefy. The caps, you don't see caps on the end of modern knives too often, so I like that. The pocket clip, terrible. Same wonky button, but this is assisted opening, so you know it won't fail. Look at that. I would put this up against. See, you can still see the oval area where the sticker was, because it had a Chinese sticker on it, and I took it off. What the hell? The next knife I'm going to show you by them, and this isn't a bash rosecraft whatsoever. I love the company. I love the things they do. I like their designs, their engineering. I like their fit and finishes on their traditional knives. I've got a Clinch River swayback I love. So I'm not going to bash them, but what's wrong with your quality department, Rosecraft? Why would you let this stuff leave like this? Wonky button locks. Now, this is an assisted opening, so that button lock isn't going to let it drop anyways, but who cares? Now, something they did do right. Micarta on this. This is the Mohawk. It's got a harpoon blade. Decent action. When I say decent, you get it. That's really good. That's super hydraulic. You're not really failing on the flip. You just got to let that drop past that first D10 at the top. Now, once again, the worst pocket clip I've ever seen on a pocket clip knife in my life. Now, a problem with this is, yeah, you're like, oh, well, shoot, Rich, just take that pocket clip off. Yeah, and then you have these little indents like they have here for the reversible side that they don't put a plate on. No, now I have 2 indents on it. I do have a lanyard hole, but it's just not, it's no bueno. You got me speaking Spanish, Rosecraft. These could be awesome, Rosecraft. These could be awesome knives. You know what? I was going to do a video and I was going to go over all these knives here. I got knives. I got, like I said, 30 knives in front of me. I was going to go over each one. But no, this is a message, Rosecraft. Don't do this. Don't do this. You're going to ruin an incredible foundation that you have on your traditional knives that are just incredible. You're doing such a great job with those. Rough Rider can't touch you. Old Henry can't touch you. I don't think Case can touch you with your quality. You know? So now, you know what you just made me do? Now I'm going to buy a Jack Wolf. Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm buying a Jack Wolf and I'm going to buy a QSP Hedgehog. Yeah. First I'm going to buy the Hedgehog because, you know, you can buy one right now for about $60. Yeah, I'm not sure the materials on it, but, you know, it's still a pretty damn cool knife. Now, you can pay $150 and get the S35 or something on it, 20 CV, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you right now. All right, what? Hello? I'm going to tell you right now that this will kill your knife company. This stuff will kill your knife company. Knives that do this. Yeah. Knives that have a China sticker on the blade. I mean, I literally feel like I bought this knife at the BP gas station. You know? Now you got to do that. Knives with a button lock that don't drop. Fit and finishes that are ridiculous. I mean, literally, you can almost cut your finger on this shield because the fit and finish is so freaking terrible. I don't know how I'm going to get through this video without saying the F word, the real F word, not say frick or fudge. But I'm not going to let you bring me down to your poor modern flipper standards, Rosecraft. Now, the only saving grace you might have is this mohawk. And that pocket clip is enough to make me want to just throw it out the window. It's the small things too, guys. You should know that. You just ruined my video too, Rosecraft. I'm really upset with you because I was all ready to talk about all the neat new knives like this Devo Growler. Let's talk about a modern flipping knife where a designer actually is involved in the fact that, you know, yeah, this is a more expensive knife than these. Don't get me wrong. But look, this is very reminiscent in the finish, you know, the looks. And you're selling this knife for like maybe $25, $30, Rosecraft. You do a couple extra nice things. You put a plate right here. You get a real good pocket clip on there. And I think that's all you got to do. And you've got a much better knife here. And I'm only that mad about this knife with that pocket clip because how terrible these things are. And this isn't terrible either. God, I'm all fired up and I'm actually still finding good things about these knives. I like the spring assist open on this thing. I told you in the first video on this that this could have been a CRKT CEO killer. Yeah, it could have been. I'm going to tell you right now, get rid of the spring assist, get a less wonky button lock, get a better pocket clip, and this knife's killing it. But those are big things. On top of the fact, we're dealing with D2 steel. Now, I'm going to trust Rosecraft Blade that their D2 steel isn't terrible. Yeah, it's cutting right through the cardboard nice. So there's that. It doesn't want to cut paper, but I'll strop it. It'll cut paper. But get rid of the assist probably, or keep the assist. I don't mind it. People like that. But get a better button lock. Now, this is the worst, best idea I've ever had in my hand in my life. The worst, best idea. It's like a Barlow style modern flipper with a button lock and a flipper thing. Huge blade. Look at that blade. I mean, that's going to spread some peanut butter. You know, it is. But the button lock, I don't know what the deal is. It doesn't do a release at all. This pivot rotates when you try to tighten and loosen it. I can just keep finding problems with this thing. Pocket clip. I don't know. I can't even pull this pocket clip out. I can't pull it out. I'm blown away. I literally cannot pull this pocket clip out, rosecraft. I'm yelling now. I'm freaking yelling. Do you guys not carry your own pocket knives? Do you not slip one in your pocket and say, holy shit, Andy. Andy's one of the designers. He's a big deal at Rosecraft. Andy, I love you, man. I think you're a cool son of a bitch. And I think you design some of the best knives out there in the traditional world for sure. Walk down to your modern flipper department, grab the Castoria, slide it in your pocket, try it. Flip it open, Andy. Now, try to drop on the button lock, Andy. Andy, look at the blade. It's got a China sticker on it, Andy. Your swayback didn't come with a Chinese sticker on it, that's for sure, because I know you're probably involved in the quality in that area. I don't think you are here, because this is not Andy Armstrong stuff. That's for sure. That is. Andy, you're still big, huge. I don't know what your deal is with this company. Walk down to the modern flipper department, wherever they're storing these on a shelf. Pick one up. Try to put it in your pocket. Try to open it. There, that opened. Try to shut it. Take a look at the blade sticker. Then try to put it back in your pocket to walk it up to the CEO's office, or whoever the hell's in charge there, and say, hey, say the guy's name's Stanley. Hey, Stanley! Garbage! Stanley! Could have been great! Stanley! We are a pocket clip and a plate away from this being what should be. Also, change the metal on this. Get rid of the D2. I'm sorry. Put 14C28N steel. Sell this knife for $75. Maybe more. That's how good this knife could be. With this action, all the other technical aspects of this knife are really, really nice. The Mohawk. Okay, we're gonna rate these three now. 1 to 10 ratings. I'm going to give you something to think about here. Devo Growler on this 1 to 10 scale that I'm going to do for these Rosecraft knives. Devo Growler, a 9. Let's do this Dave Portnoy style. Pizza reviews. We're not going to go rookie. This is a 9.1. This is a 9.1 Devo Growler. And that's a great score. That's an incredible score. This is a top-notch score. The Send Cut something. Scepter? No, not the Scepter. The Honorous. Send Cut Honorous. It's a Send Cut Chinese-made knife. We know that one's made in China. It's got a sticker on the blade to tell us. The Send Cut Honorous. 8.4. Great score. If you watch Dave Portnoy Pizza Reviews, you know at 8.4, You're driving miles and miles and miles across the state to eat that pizza for an 8.4. You're flying in from another country to eat this pizza, the Devo Growler. Sencut Slashkin, 7.3. Too big for me. Don't love the blade style, but the action's really good. The Micarta's fine. Here we go. Wait, QSP Grebe. A button lock. That's how a button lock works, folks. Still not shut. That's a button lock. The Grebe. S35VN steel. Glow in the dark. Weird epoxy scales. Badass Tanto knife. Love it. Love QSP. 8.9. Now, this is really going to give you a good idea of how these ranks are going to go on the Rosecraft Modern Flippers. I'll tell you that right now. Stay tuned. All right. Smith & Wesson SW609. I had a good subscriber, really good subscriber, who's a friend of mine. He said, get the Smith & Wesson SW609. I love mine. That's what he said. I don't love mine. So something happened there. But how could he love his? And I know he's a bigger knife guy than me. And he loves his. Now, I don't hate mine. But there's no action on this. And it's not meant to. It's a tactical knife. This is a working knife. This knife gets a 4.3 on that scale. Because I still like things about it. I understand this knife. I understand it. It's a liner, frame lock. It's a frame lock knife. It's probably on Teflon washers. That's what it looks like. I can see little white circles in there. So it's Teflon. Sometimes Teflon can be as smooth as anything else, but not on this one. I tried adjusting it. I've oiled it. I've got it center, and I just understand that this knife does not have good action. That's just the way it is. 4.3 though. Not great blade metal. I don't even know what the blade metal is. Who cares? So there you go. 4.3 on the Smith & Wesson 609, and I don't love it, but I kind of like it. What I like the most about it is, my subscriber loves it, and he wanted me to try it out, and I'm like, yeah, and it was fun checking it out. That's the only thing about it. Okay, so now we're going to do the skink on this little rating. Okay, fit, finish in the handle. Feels good. It's solid. It's a solid knife. Little boxy. I like some of the fit and finishes on it. Flies open. Good assisted, but I'm not an assisted guy. Now, I drove this into the plywood and the tips bent. The tip's bent. I could see a shadow on the tip. I just did that yesterday to all my knives. And look, here's the Smith & Wesson. Tip's not bent. I did it good, so you know I'm not playing games. Not even close to bent. Nothing wrong with it at all. Now this is a little sleeker, little piece of junk. Assisted opening. All right, I get it. The button lock on it sticks. It sticks. The pocket clip, terrible. Super. I can't even get it. There it is. Super tight on the pocket clip. There ain't no way that's going in your jeans. I don't know what the hell they're trying to secure this knife to your pocket with it being that tight. What are they trying to achieve? Like so that like you can walk through a tornado and your pocket knife not fall out of your pocket? It's tornado approved. If you need that. You plan on walking into a tornado tomorrow? Carry your skink. If you're not, and you're just a regular human being, you know, regular pocket clip. Regular pocket clip. Regular pocket clip. Little tight, but still. Little tight. Fine. It's loosening up because I'm getting angry. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! It just snapped! And I didn't even pull it out that far. It just snapped! I'm going to snap this one. That one won't snap. God darn it. That is a tornado approved. Hurricane approved. Cyclone approved. Stupidity approved. Oh boy. Fail. What a fail. I think I got a pocket clip up here I can put on it though. Oh, just a little simple black one. Look at me. I'm going to go with the black. The other one was chrome and I didn't like it. Putting a new pocket clip on this skink, because when it gets down to this skink, the only thing wrong with this knife that I can find was the pocket clip that just snapped off with me trying to test it. It cracked off right on video. Thank God on video. So I just put this black pocket clip on there. It's a little tight. I don't like this pocket clip, but oh well. Let me give it a little bend. It's better now. I just put a black pocket clip on there now, and I'm feeling better already. But the button stays. It needs oil or something. Who the hell knows? Okay, let's talk about if this knife had a better pocket clip than that, obviously. A better button lock, or maybe get rid of the button lock completely. If you got a button lock that's plunging and it's sticking, it's time to maybe think about something else. I don't know. This, if it had a nice pocket clip, what else? Better button lock. This is a $75 CEO CRKT killer. Yeah, I'd go that far. But maybe not. Because I'm not loving this blade metal right now. I'm not loving rosecraft E2 on these. I'm so sour. Why we're here today. Probably the biggest flop I have ever. This knife right here. Okay, so as is, the way this is with the broken clip and all that, it's a 3.3. It comes in under the Smith & Wesson. This hunk of junk, the Castoria, look at that. Look at that. Man, this could have been a cool knife. This could have been a cool knife. They could have springboarded them into different materials and blade materials, and it could have just been a knife that probably would have been much more, just would have been popular. It seems like they got hardware screws all over this thing. This thing looks like a rivet box. You know what? You didn't put a shield on this one. You didn't put a shield on this one. You did put a shield on that, which is cool, but the shield is not inlaid properly, and it has this real catchy G10 edge on there. If I'm not even going to do an if, because this could be really cool, but I'm just going to do as is this knife with all of its deficiencies and its terrible pocket clip. I mean, I can't even pull this pocket clip out. I can't even pull this pocket clip out. Oh my God. I'm hurting my finger.
Ouch, Charlie. It hurts, Charlie.
1.7.